Hi everyone, my name is Desiree. I'm an awareness coach and I'm also in academia. I was at the university. I held an event about overcoming stress and overwhelm. I think it's great for the university students because they endure actually an amazing amount of stress and they hold on to it, and a lot of them don't really know how to handle it. And why is it so important that we learn to overcome stress and overwhelm? Because stress can become chronic. So eventually when it becomes chronic, you could develop anxiety and depression. But also because of the mental health issues, right? It causes mental health issues. It could also cause physical issues as well. So increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, atherosclerosis, yes, even that. So you could be eating healthy, having your green smoothies, exercising, but if you're under an amazing amount of stress, your blood vessels are still gonna get clogged up. It also causes heart arrhythmias, heart disease, which I mentioned. It could also aggravate skin disorders such as psoriasis, eczema, and rosacea. It could cause systemic issues like chronic fatigue. It causes skin blotchiness, itchiness, and so on. I mean, it's just an amazing amount of things that stress can cause. It can also cause personality disorders. Now, this is all written in scholarly articles, but they're not actually quite sure if the personality, somebody with a personality is more prone to stress, or stress is actually causing the personality disorder. So take it maybe more with a grain of salt. But anyways, we understand the significance of stress and why it is important to reduce stress. So how can you reduce stress? You can exercise, yes, but then if you go into over-exercising, you put yourself into an over-stress. Inflammation is good, but a little bit is only good. So there's a little bit of moderation in here. So some cardio, weight training for sure. Walking outside in nature, giving a call to a good friend that will listen, or maybe even make you laugh. Maybe it has nothing for you to talk about. It has nothing about you talking about your stresses, and everything to do with just watching a movie that either inspires you or just makes you laugh, like that belly roll laugh. Journaling is great. I am not consistent with journaling, so I'll just be honest with you. I do it sometimes and I don't do it sometimes. I prefer to color. There's adult coloring books that you could pick up. It just takes you away into another land. There's yoga as well. A cup of tea. I think it depends. You know, if you're full of anxiety, tea might not be an option. I think it's best to go get physical. But if you're mentally fatigued, tea could be a really good option as well. And baking. Baking is a great way. It kind of puts you in a little bit of a meditative state. But if you have an issue with eating or overeating, then baking might not be a good choice. Reciting poetry as well is a good one, or writing poetry. Writing in general would be a great way to do it. Reading inspirational stuff. Like my kids got me these little things years ago. The Sky's the Limit. I keep on my bedside, and then in the living room. Chicken Soup for a Mom's Soul. Reflection. You could actually tell how old this book is. Reflections for Someone Special. Don't Sweat the Small Stuff is another one. And I also picked up this one. It's really cool. Sometimes the poetry can get pretty heavy. So, I mean, if you're already stressed, it's going to frustrate you. So don't worry about it. Just keep moving on, right? So anyways, the message today is to learn to recognize your stress. Learn to stop that stress response right in the middle of it before it gets carried away through breath. And then figuring out what sorts of activities you can do to, or not do, to eliminate that stress. If you liked my video, what I shared with you today, please click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can stay with the updates. Thank you. Bye-bye.